I remembered. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today, I'm up and close and personal because I've been having backdrop issues out the ass, like non-stop every day. Every time I film, I feel like the background just gets all fuzzy because I'm too close to the background. So I did just crimp my hair. I have not done this in, I feel like, a year, maybe a little longer. But I wanted to sit down and do a get ready with me, easy, quick makeup, something that I do every single day. Or at least when I feel like getting ready, this is what I do. And it's so simple, but I still wanted to film a video. So yeah, and can we talk about my acne? Like, it looks red, but it's seriously going away so much. I think I need to get some laser done for redness to be removed. So if you guys have been to a place who does that, or where you get that done, definitely leave it in the comments, because I was thinking about going to my doctor about it, because I do have a little bit of active acne right here, and then all this is like going away except for this right here, but these are just scars. And I've been on doxycycline for almost a week now. I think tomorrow will be 1 week that I've been on doxycycline, and it's definitely really helped. My face is super duper dry, so I probably look really oily and shiny. I just moisturized the hell out of my face, and I got this sample on, I think it was on Sephora. This is the Henry Skin Transforming Perfect Moisturizer. So I've been using this, and I just got it in a little sample jar. Does it want to focus? Yes. So I got this in a little jar. I feel like it's not focused, but I just dipped my finger in there and just drowned my face in moisturizer because my face is just so dry from the medication, which is normal. So yeah, I wanted to film this video for you guys, and then I'm going to film another video after this, so if I have the same makeup, you know why. And I did get my brows done, so I do feel like a new woman. I have not had my brows done in over a year, and I got them done, and I feel like a whole new person. And I feel like this like looks natural on me. Does it look natural, or does it not? Am I too close to you guys? Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I just moisturized it like I said, and now I'm going to go ahead and prime. I don't think I've used this in a video yet, but let me get this to go up right here. I like having my reflection paper. Y'all see this? Yeah, okay. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime. I really like this because I don't really wear too much makeup. My too much makeup look is more of like, I only wear face makeup and not too much eye makeup when I go for like my classic everyday going out makeup, unless I wear eyeshadow. But I really do like to use this primer. This is the Milani primer, and this is the Prime Light Face Primer, strobing, pore minimizing, and it's oil free. So my face does get pretty oily, but since I started using the Huda Beauty foundation, I haven't felt like my face has been oily at all. This foundation is the shit. Seriously, I wear it all the time. I wear it for such a long time. I wore it the other day to work, which I don't normally wear makeup to work, and I wore it from like 8 in the morning all the way till 7 o'clock at night, and my face looked amazing. So I love this foundation. This is my lighter one, the one that I talked about, and then I have my darker one somewhere around here. Anyways, I bought a darker shade for my tan, but right now, as you can tell, your girl is pale because I'm going to be doing a tanning routine video, so I didn't want to tan for this video because I want to film my video on my self tanning routine, because I've been doing a lot of polls on Instagram and on Twitter about like what videos you guys want to see, and so I just kind of like ask you guys on there like what you guys want to see, and it was definitely voted pretty high to do a tanning routine. So, and I've been wanting to do one since I got my loving tan. Do that, and I think today's a perfect day because I've been off. I took a nap, I got some packages in, I cleaned a little bit, bought more Christmas decor, so what better day to tan, you know, I'm off. So once I've primed and moisturized, I love this, like it just looks so glowy on the skin, but it's not like overdoing it. I got this at Target or Walmart, I think it was Walmart, but I really like this. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my favorite foundation. I already did a review on this foundation, so I haven't really talked about it too much on my channel, me using it, but this foundation is so beautiful. This is what the packaging looks like. I have a review on this, like I said, down below. I'll leave it in the description so you guys can watch it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply all this. This is the lightest one. This is in Panta Cotta. I feel like my camera doesn't like me right now. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out. I just cleaned all my sponges and brushes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. This foundation wears so beautiful on the skin. kind of like flake up over my acne. It looks really good and smooth, and I love it, and it wears for so long. I feel like when I wear foundation for a really long time throughout the day, it does tend to get really, really oily. And like I said, I've worn this foundation for like 12 hours and it still looked really good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out, and then we will move on to concealer. So now that I have done my foundation, I am going to go ahead and do my concealer. I conceal every single time I do my makeup. It doesn't matter if I'm rushing, I'm trying to make it look natural. I just think that this concealer is honestly my favorite. I actually need to pick up another one because I feel like it's kind of like running out and I'm kind of sad about it. This is my favorite. I bought my best friend this concealer and I was like telling her how great it was. Like honestly, this is my favorite, hands down, holy grail staple product. If I don't want to wear makeup but I do want a little bit of coverage, I will apply this on my problem areas. This also smells really good, so I feel like I just smell like a fresh like scent all day, and this really just helps awaken you because I don't really get much sleep throughout the night. I mean, I do sleep like sometimes 5 to 6 hours, which is really not enough. I need like 8 to 10 to feel like a human being, but because of my job, I have to wake up really early, and so sometimes I don't get a lot of sleep, and it's really nice to have a really good coverage concealer because if you're at work, that way you kind of look like nice and refreshed with a light concealer, but this just gives so much coverage. Like honestly, I don't know where I was without this concealer. I just love it to pieces. So I just kind of highlight underneath my eyes and on my nose and all that. And then if you don't have like a full coverage foundation, this concealer is awesome. So you can do like a lightweight foundation and still have a lot of coverage by just using that concealer, which I really like. So I just picked this up recently. I think the packaging is just so cool on it. Like you guys can see yourself, look. There you are. But this is the e.l.f. finishing powder, and I got in the shade light to medium. One thing I don't like about packagings like this is like my fingerprints from foundation like gets all over it, and then I'm like, oh, it looks gross, so I have to wipe it down. But I just got this because it is a darker shade. It is very like dark. Like, can you see that already over this foundation? But I just kind of, I don't know. Okay, so this is not meant to be like a really chit chat video too much. I was just trying to get into detail, but hey. Okay, so we don't self-tan our face, but we do self-tan our body. So our face is always gonna be lighter. So we always match the foundation to our necks, not our actual face color. So with this powder, it's a lot darker than my foundation, which is fine with this foundation. And so it ends up matching my body, but it looks like I'm kind of covering up the lightness of this foundation just because it is actually darker than this foundation, but it just makes it look good, like I said, because you guys know that this foundation is quite light, but this looks perfect on my skin. It just looks really nice, especially when I'm tan after I've rinsed it. It's like the first day that I tan, I really look super dark, and this just powder is beautiful. I don't know if it's new. I just got it at Target the other day because I was trying to get that highlighter from one of the YouTubers. I don't know her name. Sorry, I hate having foundation on my lips. But I was trying to get the highlighter, and I guess it's not sold in store, and every time I go online it's always sold out, and I'm like, oh, I really want this so bad, and I haven't got it, so whatever. I'm just making sure the mic's on. So after I've done all that, I do like to go ahead and set my under eyes. I just want to straight up talk to you guys about this. It has product in the lid and I don't have anything to put it on. But this Kokie Beauty, I'm trying not to dump it, there's product in the lid. This powder sucks. Do not buy it. It is so chalky. This HD powder is definitely not worth the money, so I would not recommend getting that. So I'm not going to be baking under my eyes. I just like to go in and set with my favorite under eye powder. I talked about this in a video that I filmed but did not upload, so I guess I'll say it again. I do need to go on to Sephora and pick up more of these shades, mainly this one because it's my favorite one because it's so highlighting. And I'm just going to take this little brush. It's an eyeshadow brush, and I went to wash all my brushes this morning and I forgot to wash this one, and this is my favorite one, but it's okay because I just use it around my eyes. I don't really use it too much around my problem areas. So this is very, very highlighting under the eyes, and that's what I really like because it always makes you look it always makes you look, no. It always makes me look super awake when I do it, and I'm always up for such a long time. Like I said, I wake up at 5 in the morning every single day except Saturdays and Sundays and Fridays. So Monday through Thursday, I wake up super early, and I always like to just look super awake. So this really helps. I just kind of like stipple it in a T-zone area, and then it looks really good with my highlighter. So it looks very bright and very awake. I really, really like it. And then I also kind of like to go over my chin, and then I always set around my nose with this just because I feel like sometimes when you're using a powder brush, it doesn't always get into the crevices of your nose. And then I kind of like to just stipple and highlight the inner part, and I kind of just like throw this all over the place, just like that. This is definitely gonna match my self tan. I just picked this up about a couple weeks ago, but I never really do my makeup. If you know me, you know I don't do my makeup like ever unless I'm filming for one, or two, if I'm going out with Hector or we're going somewhere. I'm trying to really heal my skin. It's been an issue with me for so long, and it looks really good with this foundation. Let me just, can you guys tell? Like, it looks so good. So anyways, I picked up this butter bronzer. You guys know this is my favorite one, and I got the darker one. I didn't mean to, but this looks so good with this foundation. Like I said, I washed all my brushes. You guys can tell they all look clean except the one I just used, but they look beautiful. So anyways, sometimes my brushes don't dry right away, so I have to like rub my brush on my skin just to make it dry, which is not helping. I'm using a contour brush, but I really just like to kind of angle any brush that I'm using and then kind of just bring the product back. But I've been like doing it so light, like it doesn't look, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of tell, let me just move my hair a little bit. You can tell that it just gives a little bit of like warmth to the skin, but still kind of contours things out. And this is really, really dark, so I like to be kind of light with it. Putting that bronzer or that contour shade like on your jaw and then lower it really helps kind of blend it so it doesn't look like your face is a completely different color. That's how I always like to blend it from my neck, because my neck is usually darker than my face, like I said earlier. And then to contour, I guess that's kind of to warm up my skin. This bronzer just looks beautiful with this foundation. I don't know what it is, but I just think it looks so gorgeous on my skin. But I've been taking the Rimmel bronzer, and I just like to kind of contour it up with a brush and make it just darker. So I like to use the e.l.f. I really like their studio brushes. So I just kind of dip it in there, just like that. Same for my nose. I kind of just start dragging that color down, but really putting it in like where my eye meets my nose and just kind of contour. But I like to make it where my nose looks a little thinner. Like my nose is pretty skinny, but it's kind of long. So I kind of just kind of stipple up and down, but really like put a lot of product on the top of my nose more than like the side, so it doesn't look like you just drew two lines. And a lot of people see that on Instagram, they're like, man, your nose looks snatched. Like, that's funny because that word's really funny, but so then you just bring it into your eyebrow and it looks a lot natural, a lot more natural. But yeah, so I just kind of use the top of my nose and just kind of stipple on there. And then to blend that nose contour out, I like to go in with my favorite little brush that I set underneath my eyes with, and I kind of just do circular motions just to blend it out to where it looks more natural and you don't have like brown lines down your nose, because I see a lot of girls like, I'm like, girl, did you try to contour your nose? You got brown lines on the side. So you always want to make sure that that's blended so that it looks more natural instead of like brown lines, like I said. So, and then I also like to go ahead and apply my blush before. Most of the products I use repetitively until I get new products, but I've been buying quite a bit of new stuff. But this is the Tarte blush in the shade Cardi, which is perfect. I just hate how I can never get it open. I think this blush is freaking beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's just a really, really good neutral everyday blush. I've been using it for like since September. Like I got this in my birthday gift or whatever, and this is like a good size. Like it's tiny compared to like the normal size Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes, but this has hella product in it and I use it every single time I do my makeup. I have not touched a blush since I've got it, and I really like this. So I think my blush brush is still wet also. If you guys have like a technique of like how you guys dry your brushes, definitely let me know, because my brushes are wet and I can't really use them. I'm gonna dip it in there. I never use this brush. This used to be my favorite brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stipple that over. I love this brush for this. Last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and apply highlighter. I'm using a Dose of Colors. This is my favorite highlighter right now. This is Fuego. This is the Desi and Katie collection, and let me tell you, I'm obsessed with those girls. I love them. Like, I don't know, I've been on YouTube for 7 years, and I just feel like everybody that I watch like are my best friends, even though they don't know me. But I love these girls, and they did a bomb.com job at creating this highlighter. It's just so beautiful. Look at that, like there's no fallout. It's just straight up on the brush. And then I just go ahead and start doing circular motions, and then bam girl. No matter where I'm going or what I'm doing and how much time I have, I always have to put highlighter on. It's just something that's like, it's me. Like if you know me in person, you know that my highlight's always gonna be fleeky. But this is the highlighter I've been obsessed with. And I really like to make sure I have a really good side profile of highlight. So I just kind of do circular motions, and then I drag everything together. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. My favorite brow product, I feel like I haven't done like a beauty video in a long time, so I don't know if I've talked about any of these products. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Shape Brow Pencil, and I've heard a lot of people talk about how this is kind of like a dupe for the new Defined Brow Pencil from Anastasia, and to be honest, I used that and I did not like it at all. But I really like this one because it's so easy to fill in without making everything like so dark, and damn, my brow looks good with this now that my brows are actually done. Brush, and I use this to kind of carve out my brow. So I just apply a little bit of concealer, angle that brush, and then really just sharpen the front of my brow. My brows, I do like to use this Milani Brow Easy Brow Tinted Fiber Brow. I really like this, but I definitely like the Anastasia one better because I feel like it actually tints your brows. This one, excuse me, it definitely tints it, but not as much, so I kind of just go through and spoolie it to kind of make sure the brows look really natural and there's no like harsh lines anywhere. And then this kind of is like a gel, like I said, so it does kind of keep the brows in place so they don't fly up everywhere. And then for my eyes, I really like to kind of make everything bright. Since I do wake up early, this is like a really good step for me. Instead of making things look dark, I like to use this NYX Wonder Pencil, and I just sharpened it so it's always like really sharp. And then I just kind of run that on my waterline, and I go over it a couple times so it's really deep, and that way it kind of just brightens up the eyes. You can tell one eye is brighter than the other. Got a cheap lash curler right now because my Target one broke. Well, it didn't break, but I lost the little strings to it. So I just take this one and I have to squeeze a little more than I do normally. This L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, I don't even know where I was without this one, honestly. I love this one so much. And this is what the packaging looks like. The wand is so thin, but it just does wonders on your lashes. So I kind of just let my lashes run through. And I'm just really like barely even touch them. Normally my eyelashes look a lot more curled, so this mascara really helps keep that curl all day. It's cracking on my lower lashes also. I just kind of take my time, and then I always put it in the center of my lash, and then I always fix the end of it first, and then make sure they're all attached as close to my lash line as possible so they look nice and natural, and I let them dry just like that. I think the biggest part with lashes is always make sure that they're actually attached as close to the lash line so they look more natural, and in the inner part make sure they're really close to that lash, and then the ends are lined up with your real lashes so they're not like hanging off or they're actually shorter. I've just always worn lashes, but I just think, don't you think this look just looks so much more complete with a big lash? I think it looks fantastic. But I did pick up this Hard Candy Metallic lip color. I have a little bit of these, like a couple of different shades, but these are the metallic ones, and I've never really worn a metallic lipstick, and I tried it out the other day and actually it. So there's a swatch of it right there, and it just has like a nice sheen to it. That is the metallic lip shade. So this is, I don't know if I want to call it like every day because I don't wear this every day, but I wear this every time I do my makeup, so my nose itches like really bad, and I'm trying to let my lashes dry. Sometimes I have noticed with these specific lashes that they do, like once they get older and you've worn them like a bunch, that they start to like stick straight out of your eye like this, or like kind of at an angle instead of like what they're really supposed to do. But I think this look looks super natural even though you have a full face, but you do have like a nice lip color, and then you have your lashes and excuse me, and then you have your liner on. So just make sure this lash is functioning with me. Boo boo, you have to function with me, girl. That is the completed look for my quick, I guess this is quick. Normally I get it done really fast, but I'm sitting here talking to you guys and telling you how I do it, so it is. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys want any more tutorials or like how to do your brows or how to apply lashes and all that, I do have how I contour and highlight video. I do have a brow tutorial up on my channel on one of my videos, but I can do like an updated one, but I feel like I did really go into detail with how I did my brows today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and you do subscribe. Click that button right there. That way you guys are notified every time I do post. And if you guys are following me on my social media, they will be listed right here if you're not. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!